Coming up on the Suze Orman Show, the 6 greatest words that could turn around your financial life. Also, if we could strip that military bearing away for just a few seconds, what does it feel like inside for you, even though it doesn't show on the outside?
I'm a wreck.
And you ask me, can I afford it? Pastor Edgar, what do you want to buy?
I want to spend $2,500 to buy a coffin.
Isn't it true, though, that when you work for the church that they provide you with a coffin?
Let me put it this way. I wouldn't be caught dead in some of those coffins.
Hi, everybody. I'm Suze Orman, and you are watching The Suze Orman Show. Now, have you ever wondered to yourself, are there some words, any words out there that you could say, that you could repeat, that would really be the key to your success, that could turn everything around if things weren't going right for you? Well, I want you to listen, because there are. I want to tell you a little story. And it was a little story about me coming here tonight. Well, you know, I come here all the time, and when I come here, obviously, I live in New York City, and I drive, we drive ourselves here, and the car has to be parked in a, garage. So they know that they need to have that car ready for me to go at approximately 7 o'clock, because if it's not there, I am not going to make it here in time to do what I need to do. All right. So today, we got there, and there was no car. Now, it's always there. This one guy takes care of us forever now, and it wasn't there. And now we're going, oh my God. And if your car isn't there, it will take at least 20 to 30 minutes for you to get it there. So I now knew I was going to be late. So I am not happy. I'm not happy at all. So we say to him, where is the car? And he looks, and this is what he says. He said, want to tell you the truth? I absolutely forgot about it. Sorry, I admit that I was wrong. Now, when he said those words to me, I have to tell you, what was I going to do? He didn't try to lie. He didn't try to get out of it. He faced it like the man that he was, and as soon as he said it, I let it go. Eventually, I got my car, and here I am. However, the lesson there is a big one, because remember, this man, besides his salary, is dependent on us for tips. That's how he makes his living. But because he simply admitted the truth to me, he got his tip. I wasn't angry anymore. And I want you to think about that. So many times in life, when it comes to our own personal situations, with financial mistakes that we have made, with personal mistakes that we have made, whatever it is, we hang on to those mistakes. We don't want to face the fact that we've made a mistake, and we just keep making them over and over and over again. And if we simply used the 6 greatest words in life, not only to others, but to ourselves, I admit that I was wrong. I admit that I was wrong. I am here to tell you your life will turn around and you will get rewarded for it. And that brings us to our first guest tonight. I'm about to go one-on-one with Jeff. He is coming to us from Houston, Texas, and he is a man, in my opinion, that needs to use the words, I admit that I was wrong. Jeff really is like many of you out there. He's 41 years of age, 2 children, divorced. Yes, many of you are divorced out there. Actually was doing great. He was doing great. He was in the Navy. He was a pilot. He had everything going for him. He would go here, he would go there, he would buy a piece of real estate, he would sell it, he would make money. And then in about 2008 or so, he retired from the military. And what happened? Take it up from there, my dear Jeff.
I retired from the military and I took a job in Pennsylvania, closer to family. Worked there for about a year, and the economy sort of drove that contract away, and being the new guy in the totem pole, I lost my job. I was unable to sell my house at my last duty station, and I've been out of pocket $700 a month to try to maintain that mortgage. I've been doing that for 40 months, and it hasn't really helped me. My credit card has gone up because of that $700 a month. I've got a car that I purchased that I didn't need. And now I'm in the situation that I am where I'm basically just trying to keep my head above water, trying to find gainful employment. Unfortunately, that hasn't worked out. And I'm also paying for an MBA that I got that also hasn't helped out in the last few years of my military service. So I've got a lot on my plate, and I really don't seem to have any options right now.
So first of all, you know, within the military, they have something called your military bearing. Do you know what that is? Like, don't lose your military bearing. And I just want to explain to everybody, because I've learned this over the years. Explain to everybody. Well, I'll let you explain it, Jeffrey. Tell everybody, what is your military bearing?
Well, your military bearing is basically your professionalism. It's your, you know, your ability to maintain yourself in a professional manner.
And so everybody, did you notice that? To maintain yourself in a professional manner. So what that means is for most people that are in the military, if they're emotional or they're feeling a lot of stuff, they're not supposed to show it. Because if they show it, they lose their military bearing. So you are military, you've been military for a long time. So you look composed, you look professional here. Inside, if we could strip that military bearing away for just a few seconds, what does it feel like inside for you, even though it doesn't show on the outside?
I'm a wreck. I mean, you know, the 20 years that I spent in the military, I never had to worry about unemployment or interviewing for a job or looking for a job, wondering where the next paycheck was going to come from. So right now, you know, especially with my son getting ready to start college, I'm sort of at the point where I just don't know what to do. So
here is the real reason you wrote in and now are on the Suze Orman Show. You wanted to know, very simple, like most people want to know, should I claim bankruptcy? Or you did some research and somebody is willing to buy your military pension from you. You currently get $2,700 a month take home from a pension of 20 years in the military. And somebody is willing to buy that from you and give you a lump sum of money of about $130,000. And in your mind, if you could sell that pension to them, that would then solve all of your problems and you would be fine until you figured this out, correct?
Basically, yes.
Basically. First of all, I don't want you to do that. And the reason that I don't want you to do that is as I look at your life, I know you may feel like you're a victim to your circumstances. I know you may feel like many, especially men, feel that they have tried everything to make a go at this. But yet, the economy, the circumstances, everything you have tried, you have failed at. Not because you failed, because the economy is failing and the situations around you are failing. Is that how you feel?
I do, yeah.
You do. Here's what I want to tell you. It's not them, it's you. It's you, sir. And first of all, let's just look at your expenses versus your income at this point in time. Currently, you are spending to keep everything going, and like an honorable soldier, an honorable man, which you absolutely are, you have been paying about $1,100 a month child support. You have never missed a payment. You want to take care of your kids, even though here very shortly you're not going to have to pay child support anymore. You want to be responsible for sending them to college and being the good dad that you want to be at all costs. With all of that, your expenses every single month are $9,200 a month. Your income is currently $6,700 a month, and that income includes, yes, your pension of $2,700, but also unemployment of about $2,200 a month, which will end shortly here. Unemployment always ends, plus another $1,800 a month from your rental income. But currently, as we sit here, we are approximately $3,000 a month short of what you need to survive. And even though I know that you have been a very responsible man, you are able to pay the child support, take your kids out, you know, hopefully help them in the future with their college, go out to eat, once or twice a month or whatever it is that you go out to eat on credit cards. So if you think about this logically, you, Jeffrey, are not the one supporting your ex-wife. You are not the one supporting your children. It is the banks that are giving you the credit cards to put this credit on to pay these expenses, and your only choice at this point in time absolutely is to claim bankruptcy. So now, how does it make you feel when I say to you, because we owe the banks about $55,000, you owe a friend $5,000 who gave you a personal loan just to keep the mortgage going, how does it make you feel that all these other people have been supporting you simply so that you could support your ex-wife and your kids? How does that make you feel?
Well, it doesn't make me feel good, that's for sure. It's a hard lesson learned, but here I am in this situation, and I sort of had a feeling that was the path that we would go down, and it's been weighing on me for some time now, and I guess it's time to pull the trigger regardless of what the outcome is going to be.
Do you have the courage to tell your kids you can't help them right now?
As far as with college?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, I have the courage to tell them. Do I want to? No, of course not.
All of this is about doing things you are not going to want to do. You don't want to have to tell your ex-wife that you can't pay her the money anymore. You don't want to tell your kids that you can't pay for their college. You don't want to have to tell your renters that you have to give up this house. You don't want to have to go to court and claim bankruptcy and have it on your records for all the years and ruin your credit scores, that all of this debt and everything that you have accumulated, you can't pay for. But you have to. So we need to literally find an attorney. You need to claim bankruptcy. You need to tell everybody, and you need to start all over again with a plan for yourself that once you go down this road, you do not turn back. Do not give yourself any excuses. Your new truth is, I am going to be a warrior, which you are. I am going to be a warrior, and I am not going to turn my back on this financial battlefield. So after you have cleared out the enemy, so to speak, and you have claimed bankruptcy, you are going to become this warrior where the kids know the truth, your ex-wife knows the truth, your friends know the truth, but most importantly, you know the truth, and you never, ever, ever make this mistake again. Thank God, at least, you have the $2,700 a month that's going to be coming in for the rest of your life to make sure that you are absolutely okay, sir. By all means, you protect that with your life.
Will do.
They both told you that mom should put her money in an annuity?
Correct. Each wanted us to do it with them.
What do you think about that? And later, in wanting something, ask me, can I afford it?
I would like to buy 2 Justin Bieber concert tickets to take my 11-year-old daughter to see Justin Bieber.
He is just so hot these days, isn't he? I just hope he is responsible with all the money that he is making. Justin, you better call in and ask me if you can afford all these new things I'm sure you want to buy. Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. Sonia, you have a question for me.
Yes, I do. I'm calling on behalf of my mother. She has just retired last week. She has $400,000 in profit-sharing money to invest. The situation is her current bank and her accountant is pushing her to invest in annuities, which she's not feeling real safe about. Our question is, what is the best thing for a retiree to invest their money in to assure that their money is not going to be lost, or the lowest risk?
Well, here's the thing. It's true, if you put money into an annuity, chances are she's not going to lose it. However, you told me $400,000.
Yes.
And most annuities, individual companies, are protected with something called the State Guarantee Fund. And many of them only insure annuities up to $100,000 or $300,000, but not the $400,000 that your mama is putting here. So would you ever put more in a bank than FDIC insures? Of course you would not. And the same is true with an annuity. You would never want to put more into one individual company than is guaranteed by the State Guarantee Fund in your particular state, and they're different for all states. That's number one. But number two, who did you tell me said should do this, the CPA and the financial advisor?
Right.
And did one refer you to the other?
No.
And do they work together?
No.
No. And separately, do they know each other?
No.
And separately, they both told you that mom should put her money in an annuity?
Correct.
And did both of them want you to do it with them, or did the CPA say do it with your financial advisor, or did your CPA say do it with me?
So they each wanted us to do it with them.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
They're going to make some money off of this.
Don't you find it fascinating that a CPA is telling you what to invest your money in?
Yes.
A CPA, in my opinion, should only tell you what to do with your taxes, how to save money on taxes, file your taxes for you, or refer you to somebody that maybe can help you. But then if they refer you to somebody, you need to ask the question, do you get a referral fee? Because if you get a referral fee from the person they're referring you to, that's not a legitimate referral, in my opinion. I do not think an annuity at this point in time is the way to go, but just let me briefly tell you why.
Okay.
If you put money, if mom puts her money into an annuity right now for income, most likely it's in an immediate annuity that they are talking about. She will lock in today's low interest rates for the rest of her life. She would be far better off taking her money, because interest rates are increasing, putting it in a CD, a money market, doing something right now. Wait till interest rates go up and then invest in either a CD, treasury, or whatever it may be to generate her the income that she needs. Again, annuities, especially an immediate annuity, upon mommy's death, all the money most likely will go away. So you won't get to inherit any of it. So if you also want to inherit any of this money, you have to make sure what you're investing in, and in an immediate annuity is not the way to go, especially right here, right now. So, you know, maybe you're confused right now because you just heard me talking about an immediate annuity. How many annuities are out there? Oh, there are a lot. There's an immediate annuity, a variable annuity, a single premium deferred annuity, all kinds of annuities. Therefore, here are the main things you need to know. An annuity is a contract with an insurance company, and because it's with an insurance company, a lot of the income that you get, you don't have to pay taxes on right away. However, you also need to know that an immediate annuity is simply where you take a lump sum of money, you put it into this contract, and they immediately start to pay you out income every single month. Again, you do not have to pay taxes on all of it because of how an annuity is structured. Just something you should know. But at the end of the contract means you die. Usually your beneficiaries do not get any money whatsoever that's in there if you have what's called a life annuity. Next, a variable annuity is where you put money in a insurance policy, contract, and you put it in such a way that you're investing in mutual funds within the annuity. So the balance goes up, down, and all over the place. The problem is, even though you are not paying taxes on that variable annuity while it's in there, when you go to withdraw the money from a variable annuity, you will pay ordinary income taxes on it as you withdraw it. I don't think that's a good deal. You're better off doing a mutual fund or exchange-traded funds than a variable annuity. Next is a single premium deferred annuity. This is where you take a single lump sum of money, you put it into a contract, again, known as an annuity. While it's in there, you don't pay any income tax on the interest that it is generating for you. With a single premium deferred annuity, they give you an interest rate for a specific period of time. It works just like a CD. And when you go to take it out, that's when you pay ordinary income taxes on it. The downside of a single premium deferred annuity is normally if you are under the age of 59 and a half and you take out the interest, you will also pay a 10% federal tax penalty on it. So for younger people, they're better off having a CD. Once you're over the age 59 and a half or so, single premium deferred annuities are just fine. Now you know. Up next, you can't afford to miss. Can I afford it?
I want to spend $2,500 to buy a coffin.
Do you want a window in your coffin?
Oh, well, I'm not going to be really looking at the scenery now, am I?
Also, Jeremy, how old are you?
I'm 10. I would like to buy a 32 gigabyte iPod Touch. I have $1,500 in savings
Yeah.
and no credit card debt.
What do you want to buy?
Justin Bieber concert tickets, shoe design workshop.
iPod Touch.
Welcome back, everybody, to really what's become my favorite segment of the Suze Orman Show. This is where you call in, you tell me what it is that you want to buy, and I tell you if you can afford it or not. Are you ready? This first one is a doozy. Pastor Edgar, what do you want to buy?
I want to spend $2,500 to buy a coffin.
You know, sir, in all the time I've been doing this, nobody's ever called in before to see if they could afford to buy a coffin. Isn't it true, though, that when you work for the church that they provide you with a coffin?
Well, we're supposed to provide for the expenses of our funeral, and I've been to a couple of the funerals, and let me put it this way. I wouldn't be caught dead in some of those coffins.
You know, you must be a fun pastor to have. And I just have to ask, why wouldn't you be caught dead in one of those coffins? What's so bad about a coffin once you're dead?
Well, you know, I've seen them that they kind of look like coolers that are lined with wallpaper.
And do they have windows? Do they have anything in them?
Nope.
And do you want a window in your coffin?
Oh, well, I'm not going to be really looking at the scenery now, am I?
Well, but that's the point. That's kind of the point of when you're just given a coffin. But you want to spend $2,500 of your own money, so when people go to your funeral, they're not sitting there thinking, what a cheap, you-know-what, look at his coffin.
Yeah, well, you know, that's it.
That's it. And I just have to ask you, if you had a choice of your congregation spending $2,500 on a coffin so that they look good when they're dead versus donating $2,500 to the church to help the church out, which would you tell them to do?
Both.
That's my man. That's my man. Of course you would. Pastor Edgar, show me the money.
Okay.
Don't kill me with this one. Just joking anyway. Sorry, go on.
Okay, I take home $1,500 a month.
Yep.
I've got expenses of $390 a month.
Yep.
Okay, I have no debt.
Yep.
I've got $21,000 in liquid assets. I've got $257,000 in investments and $65,000 in retirement.
And when you are no longer a pastor, so let's say you're 60 years of age and 5 years from now, whatever, do you get a pension? Will you have money to be able to live on? Or will you be a pastor the rest of your life until you die?
You know, that both could happen. I will probably retire at 70. We do get a pension. Currently, the pension is $1,200 a month.
And will you be able to continue to live in the places that you're living right now where it's only, $100, or they give you your housing for free, or will you at that point have to go out and spend money to have a regular rental and everything like that?
I will probably have to get a rental.
All right, so given that, God forgive me, you are denied.
Oh, no.
I know, God, please. But just listen as to why. If you were going to die living at the church, not having any expenses, I wouldn't have a problem with this. But once you are 70 and you come out with your Social Security and your pension with only so little in your retirement, you don't have enough money to live a good life afterwards. And trust me, God's not going to come down and say, I'll take care of you. you're going to have to do that yourself. So we have to pay for medication. We're going to have to pay for housing, electricity, all these things that you aren't used to paying for. And a little, $2,000 or $3,000 a month isn't going to do it for you when you're 70 years of age. I'm so sorry. You're going to have to die in a wallpapered coffin.
Well, at least I'll be a little more comfortable while I'm living.
Bingo! Boyfriend, if I can call you boyfriend, sir. All right. Jenna, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. Thanks for taking my call.
Anytime.
I want to buy a trip to a working farm as our first family vacation. We have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old who are in desperate need of some wide open spaces for running around, and we thought this would be relaxing and educational. We're always busy with work and chores around the house, and we are definitely in need of some quality family time.
And so you're always busy with work and chores around the house, so you want to go where? On a working vacation so you could do milk. Are you kidding me? Show me the money, working mother.
Well, we'll let the kids do all the work around
I'm
the farm.
sure. And just like they do around the house, right?
Right, exactly.
Just like they do it around the house. You're going to feel guilty and you're going to go and show, your back is going to be breaking. Those farmers work hard. Anyway, show me the money.
All right, well, we make $8,100 a month combined.
Yep.
Our expenses are $6,627 a month.
Yep.
We have a $335,000 30-year fixed mortgage, $3,500 student loan, $40,000 in savings, and $44,000 in retirement.
And so you just want $500 to go on this working vacation, right?
That's right.
Right, denied. Did that just surprise you?
Yes.
Let me tell you why. You only have $40,000 liquid. But according to your expenses on your sheet, we need $53,000 that are totally liquid in case of an emergency. And I'm so afraid if you go to this working farm and some cow kicks you in the head, what's going to happen? And then you're not going to be able to work and make money. And now we're really in trouble just because you went to go work for a vacation. Oh, stay at home instead and work there. Sorry, girlfriend, you have been denied. Denise, what do you want to buy? Now, listen, going into this, I have denied a cow and I've denied a coffin, okay, to a pastor. Can you believe that one? Anyway, Denise, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I would like to buy 2 Justin Bieber concert tickets to take my 11-year-old daughter to see Justin Bieber. She absolutely loves him, and she's been saving up her own money to try and buy the tickets, and I would love to take her. It would make her so happy.
And he is just so hot these days, isn't he?
He's adorable. Yes, he is.
Everywhere I go, QVC, everywhere. Susie,
Everywhere.
Justin Bieber was here. Susie, you have to meet this guy. He is just so cute. I just hope he is responsible with all the money that he is making. Justin, you better call in and ask me if you can afford all these new things I'm sure you want to buy. Show me the money, girlfriend.
Okay. I take in a month $5,000 take home.
Yeah.
My expenses are a little bit over $4,000 per month.
Yeah.
I own my home outright.
Wonderful.
I have no debt. My savings is about $30,000 liquid. I have about $25,000 in investments and about $60,000 in retirement.
And you don't have an 8-month emergency fund, do you?
Yes, I do. Well, I have the $30,000.
You have $30,000, but how much did
Right.
you tell me your monthly expenses
4.
were? So we're a little bit short there, aren't we?
I also have extra money each month, about $1,000.
Oh, but you didn't tell me about that. Oh, do you see how it goes, everybody? As soon as you think I'm going to deny you, all of a sudden you manufacture this extra money that you have that you just didn't think about putting on your sheet when you were applying for this. Approved. And let me tell you why I'm approving you under these conditions. You also spend quite a bit of money eating out every month. You spend $200 to $300 eating out every month. If you promise me you are not going to eat out for 2 months or over the time, $500, you'll save that money. It will be back in your account. I don't have a problem with this, especially because at the age of 46, you own a $530,000 home outright. You're doing just fine. Shauna, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I would like to do a shoe design workshop.
A shoe design workshop for $2,500. Is this going where you really design shoes?
Yes, it basically teaches you everything about designing and manufacturing the business of manufacturing shoes.
Because you want to be a shoe designer.
Yes, ma'am, and it's something I've always wanted to do, and I know that every morning I wake up happy being able to go to work and do something that I absolutely love.
You show me the money, girlfriend.
No problem. Right now, in income, I have about $624 coming in on unemployment.
Yeah.
And expenses are about $1,543 a month. My debt right now, I have $113,000 on a 30-year fixed mortgage at 5.25%. Then I have $22,000 for student loans, which are deferred right now. And I have a monthly car lease for $435. And in savings liquid, about right now I have $17,000. And in retirement, I have $14,000.
How are you going to pay for this?
I wanted to see either doing out of my retirement or out of my savings.
Denied. Denied. First of all, you can't take money out of your retirement account because you're too young. You're going to pay taxes and an ordinary income tax on it. Your student loans are in deferral, which means they are growing and growing and growing. And therefore, once they come out of deferral, or who knows if they're in default eventually, then it's going to add more than the income that you have coming in right now. We're on unemployment. Unemployment is eventually going to end. You cannot afford to do this. Jeremy, what do you want to buy, sir?
Hi, Miss Orman. Thank you for taking my call.
That's a sir. Jeremy, how old are you?
I'm 10.
Oh, Jeremy, you're so cute. You know, Jeremy, you want to know the problem with when 10-year-olds call in that are as cute as you? I don't have the heart to deny you no matter what you have going on in there. But show me, what do you want to buy?
I would like to buy a 32-gigabyte iPod Touch.
Why do you need so many gigabytes?
Well, because I feel the 8-gigabyte is a little too small, and I have a lot of songs that I like, and I can't always listen to them on my computer or on a CD, so I'd like an iPod Touch to bring it with me.
And how many songs do you think you like to listen to?
Well, I don't really know, but I have a lot, plus I need 32 gig to hold the apps.
And the apps and the movies and everything that you do, right?
Yes.
You got it. Boyfriend, show me the money.
Okay, I get $5 a week allowance.
What do you do for that $5 a week?
Chores around the house and help out.
You got it. Go on.
I carry about $100 in my wallet at a time.
Why?
Well, I just feel if I go somewhere and find something I like, if my parents feel I can have it, then I would buy it.
You got it. Go on.
I have...
Wait, I just have to say something, Jeremy, to everybody who's watching. Jeremy has more money in his wallet than most of you do. How does that make you feel? Anyway, go ahead, Jeremy.
I have $1,500 in savings.
Yeah.
And no credit card debt.
Thank God. Have they tried to give you a credit card, but you have just said, no, thank you, I don't need a credit card. I'm a man of cash. I carry $100 in my wallet. Is that how you think?
Well, I've had some gift cards.
Some, oh, you do?
Some.
Some, but it's like, all right, are you ready for my verdict?
Yes.
Can Jeremy, my 10-year-old caller right now, who wants to spend $299 on what's it called? An iPod Touch. Can he afford it? Jeremy, it kills me to do this, but you are approved, sir, because you have enough money, and I love that you called in and stay as cute as you are. Got that boyfriend? Want to be part of the Can I Afford It segment? All you have to do is go to my website, SuzeOrman.com. Tell me what it is that you want to buy, and if we select you, guess what? You get to come right here, and I get to play with you. Next, Dennis asked me,
Susie, how are we doing?
I would give you a C-. Are you there with me still? Have I lost you?
I just sucked my breath in.
Welcome back, everybody. Do you just wonder how are you doing when it comes to planning for your future? Well, that's what we're going to find out. Tonight, we are going to go to see Dennis, and he wants to know, Susie, how am I doing?
Hi, Susie. My wife and I realize that life is too short, and we want to retire next year when I'm 60 and she's 54. We enjoy traveling and still have many places we would like to visit while we're still young. There is so much that we don't want to miss. Susie, how are we doing?
Dennis, welcome to the Suze Orman Show. How are you doing tonight, Dennis?
I'm doing very fine. Thank you for taking my call.
All right, but you're not supposed to answer that question because I'm here to tell you how you're doing when it comes to your money. However, here's the thing. Before I start, I always ask people if you are going to give yourself a grade right now being that you want to retire right now, you want to go traveling with your wife right now, you don't want to work anymore right now, what kind of grade would you give yourself?
Well, Susie, I'm thinking maybe about a B for right now. Watch the show all the time, and what we've seen recently, I would have given myself an A if we were doing the traditional thing of 62 each respectively, but a little bit uneasy about taking charge of things and going out next year.
Yeah. You know, it's funny, and before we go and look at your financials, I just have to say this, Dennis. You want to do this because is it your mother or father or Miko's mother and father has gotten ill, and you realize because of that life is short, correct?
Yes, ma'am. It's my mother-in-law, my wife, Mieko, her mother is in terminal lung cancer right now.
But here's the thing. I just also want to say this to you before I go through this exercise with you, as well as everybody else that's watching tonight. My mother is 95, and my mother is in pretty good health. So sometimes it can be life is short, but at other times it can be life is very, very long. And the only one who knows the outcome to that is the guy upstairs. So therefore, all I'm saying here is you better plan for a long life, because if you do live till you're 95, 100, 105 years of age, you make it on one of those little Smucker jelly jars or whatever it is. I'm here to tell you, you need money to get by another 25 to 30 years, actuarially speaking, because now most people live longer than die shorter. Just so you know, let's look at what you got going for yourself. Here you are, my dear Dennis. You have a combined income of $9,900 a month. This is take home, everybody. Expenses of $5,000 a month approximately. We are doing great in that respect. Great, great, great. You have, in combination with your wife, $675,000 in retirement plans. You have $48,000 in emergency funds, $361,000 in a home equity in terms of a home that you own. And we see the only debt that you have is about $245,000 in mortgage debt. So you have total assets of about $1 million, total debt of $245,000, which gives us a net worth of approximately $750,000 to last you your entire life. Your entire life. However, you also get pensions and things like that. If I was going to give you a grade, I'd have to tell you, you'd get an A for your FICO scores. They're great. You'd get an A because you have a will and a trust. But overall, your overall plan, I would give you a C minus. Are you there with me still? Have I lost you?
I just sucked my breath in.
All right. And let me tell you why, and let me break it down for you. You have this plan, and I'm going to assume that you would go ahead with the plan, and let me bring everybody up to date what that plan would be. You have two pieces of property right now. You would sell one, take the proceeds of that one, pay off your current mortgage, and therefore it would eliminate your mortgage payment altogether and anything else to do with the home association fees and things on the rental property. I made the assumption that even though the fair market value of that rental property is $360,000, I made the assumption that you sold it for $300,000 because times are rough right now. We don't know if you can get what you want for it, so I'm just being conservative here. After real estate commissions, after you've paid off your mortgage on your home, that will leave you with about $37,000, $40,000 extra dollars. If you add that to the money that you currently have in your emergency fund, that will bring you to $85,000 in your emergency fund. It will also reduce your monthly expenses from $5,000 a month to $3,000 a month. Now we're taking the position that both you and your wife are retired right now because you want to go travel and you want to live the good life because you're afraid about what's happening to your mother-in-law. Your pension would be $4,000 a month. We cannot take any other money from Miko or anybody, because she's only 53 years of age currently, so we can't touch her retirement account because she's not of age. And we can't get her Social Security. We can't get any income from her right now. You, on your own, have $420,000 approximately in an IRA. So just a 2-3% interest or whatever, we're being conservative. We're going to be able to take approximately $1,150 a month from your IRA. That gives you a total of $5,150 before taxes. After taxes, because you have to pay tax on this money, we're looking at $3,354 after taxes for $3,000 of expenses. Boyfriend, we are cutting it too close. So here's my future for you, which I think is one that you should seriously consider. If you just wait 6 years to retire, if you do right now what I suggested, which is sell your house, pay off your mortgage. Now your expenses are $3,000 a month while you're working. That will give you an extra $7,000 a month that you could save. If you saved that $7,000 a month, along with putting just $700 a month or $350 each into your retirement accounts over the next 6 years, do you know that altogether you would have approximately $1.6 million in savings in retirement accounts? And if you then retired at that point in time, the income from that $1.6 million later on, along with Social Security and everything, you are looking at close to $13,000 a month of income before taxes, or $7,900 a month after taxes, with all this money in reserve in case something were to happen to you. Are you kidding? That's what you should do. Coming up next, what is it that I want you to take away from tonight's show? Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. Welcome back, everybody. You know, there's so many ways you can contact me here at the Suze Orman Show. All you have to do is take a look at your screen, and whether you go to my Twitter site, become a fan of myself on Facebook, or email me directly at SuzeOrman.com or SuzeOrman.cnbc.com. We are here for you. So what is it that I want you to take away from tonight's show? Because every show, you know, I sit here and I think, but I want to make sure that you understand and that you get, and here they are. First of all, you saw Jeff at the beginning of tonight's show. And Jeff's problem really happened to be, like maybe many of yours, is that I just simply want you to remember the 6 greatest words in life. And if you remember and you use these words, it really can change your financial situation. And those words are, I admit that I was wrong. Just admit that you're wrong, change ways, and just go for it. Next, we had Sonia who called in. And the main point that I want you to remember from Sonia is this, that if you have a CPA who is recommending investments to you, in my opinion, you got to think twice about that. There's so much to know about the laws when it comes to being a CPA that they should just do taxes. Investment people should do investments. CPAs should do that, and you shouldn't combine the two. I just want you to take that away. And the third thing is this. Are you ready? That even Suze Orman has what it takes to deny Pastor Edgar for his coffin. God, forgive me, you are denied.
Oh, no.
I know, God, please, please. But just listen as to why. You have to have the courage to tell people when they can afford it or not, no matter who they are. So until next week, there's only one thing that I want you to remember when it comes to your money, and it is this: people first, then money, then things. Now you stay safe. A coffin. Oy.